It's quite frustrating that all the guards that are against us are super efficient, and the ones that aren't against us are just kind of there.
People need to be motivated.
People can't do stuff for us. Or for themselves.
Well, he must have like some sort of place where we can leave a letter. No?
We know who you are.
More like, hey, we want to talk to you. Why don't we, meet up like at the edge of this little district here by the guard post and have a chat where we're all safe and nobody can hurt anyone.
I don't think he's gonna tell us anything if we do that, but
I mean, why not try? Why not try being civil for once?
for once, sure. We tried that last time and we got thrown in jail. But...
Yes, it never works, but we are nice people.
That wasn't really civil, that was trespassing.
Yeah, sure.
With a bald-faced lie.
To,
You were lying. Lying is
to
civil.
play a character's lying and trespassing really is like
Yes.
tame.
Like, it's nothing for playing.
He doesn't know what we usually engage in.
I'm not putting
We killed a whole gang just because we thought they might know something. And they were probably bad people.
That's true. The slightest of slights result in, like, bald-faced vengeance needed.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we can take lives without... I mean, if they're bad people, then they kind of deserve it. I mean, if we began now being like, we don't want to hurt bandits, then what about all the bandits we already murdered? You know? At some point we gotta... At least keep consistent with our morals.
I wish we would just get mugged on the street right now.
No!
Kill some people.
Like, that's... Just to rid the street of more muggers. People don't mug because they want to. That's because they, like, owe money to someone who's forcing them to pay it.
Oh, dear Lord, societal discussion.
They just need work, a decent place to live in.
Okay, okay.
And a hug.
Focus here. What do you want to do?
We want to talk to that guy.
Okay. How do you want to go about doing that?
Well, he knows that we want to talk to him, I'm pretty sure.
Perhaps.
Because who else is important in this damn tavern? Probably nobody. Everyone else is just nobodies, probably.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna have guards.
I mean, or at least feel safe wherever he is, or not. I don't know. But if we just wait for him, like, at his place, he might come there. He might also not live there. He probably doesn't live there.
He probably doesn't live at the...
Brothel? No.
No. Probably has another house he lives in, which we could ask for.
I don't think we'll be told where he lives.
No. I mean, Blue Eyes could certainly tell us, but...
But that cost me even more money. I paid 100 gold already.
Yeah, I know.
If only follow-up questions had been free.
So I suggest we wait some
How can it be so
distance from the
difficult
tavern.
just to talk to a guy? Jeez. Tavern people.
Well, I suggest we wait some distance from the tavern and wait for him to leave.
Scope it out.
Follow.
We sit there on the fountain. You know?
Okay. How long do you want to wait?
Well, what time is it? It's like evening?
Yeah, it's like 5:30.
Man, that's so long to wait.
He could be there for a long time, and he could be there for like half an hour, we don't know.
So we abandon Aurelia here, and she will watch out for him.
And then what? Go talk to him alone?
No, we're close by, I guess, doing something. We can drink at the other tavern.
like something I want to make really clear here. You guys are present, and now you're known and recognized throughout the neighborhood. And it is very obvious that there are lines drawn in the sand here between these two taverns. And there is certainly a quick means of communicating from person to person, so gossip spreads fast. So long as you're here, unless you actively disguise yourselves, you will be identified.
Yes.
And so if you sit out there and wait, they're gonna know you're sitting out there and waiting. You can sit and wait 2 blocks away at a fountain, and they're gonna know where you are, because you didn't choose the winch and chain.
What if we go into our tavern and sit there looking out the window at this one? That's what they would expect, right?
You
we
don't
actually
have an angle to do that.
Oh,
And why would they not have that? They
Because
have
the
no
buildings
outside
weren't.
tables.
They do not have outside tables now. As it turns out, it's fucking winter, and no one wants to sit up. They have a bench.
We buy a telescope and
Sit on
multiple
the
big
bench. Be
mirrors.
those people who sit on the bench like 6 hours until midnight, then go home half drunk and sad that we didn't meet him. Ugh. I could. If I'd gone up and touched his shoulder gently, we would have more options. But that seemed weird at the time.
what?
Magic has certain things that require me, that limit me a whole damn
Okay.
lot to what I can do with it.
Alright.
Touching people makes you able to do a lot more to communicate with them.
And did you plan on using your visibility cloak or just
You got to go up and touch him. I don't think that's really.
what's your
Just
plan?
enter the tavern invisible and appear in front of him.
I mean, they could
And then
enter the
all
tavern
players
invisible
just
and just
open
stand
up
there for a bit.
I'm like,
How long,
hello?
does how long does the visibility last for?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, we need Tempus to go in there. We could just leave this keynote here and be like, well, next time hopefully Liam will be done with the graveyard business and Tempus will be done with the other thing, and then they can go in here and talk to these people, and we can like cross-reference between. Now we have two taverns, a tavern each, basically, and hope that they're not like stared at by association.
It might be.
It might be.
Because we are well known and
Not as we don't go with them.
I don't know.
You just gotta tell Tempest never pick Harlequin's flask.
All adventurers ever want is like fame and glory, but being famous fucking sucks apparently.
A system that allows you to cash in on your fame in exchange for like prizes and ease, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be
Being
famous.
famous is fine.
I want to be influential but not famous. There we go.
Yeah, like the Prince of Shadows.
He's not
He
famous.
probably lives somewhere like in a small house with his wife and children, and he like nobody knows that's him. You know,
And a perfect cover.
maybe that guy, maybe Barrick over there is the Prince of Shadows, and we would never know.
Oh,
If he even exists, he might just be a fabrication of someone
Yeah,
else who wants to be even less known
He might be a boogeyman.
behind all of this. Yeah, and someone else is behind all of that who he wants to be even less known.
That's the kind of thing with the Prince of Shadows. He doesn't advertise himself like every single other I got.
For him, it's fine being famous as long as people knows that he means fucking business. And that's what he has a hard time getting through because he doesn't want to hurt people really. He likes saying he does, but when it comes down to it, most of his threats are kind of empty. And so he likes to find people who are easily intimidated, so he won't have to actually do anything.
Yes, like Tim the Manservant.
Yes, exactly. He can think that we want to do a lot of bad
the
things
world
to
needs
him.
more people like him.
As long as he's not like, well, do your worst, because we're like, you're bad, Tim. You're a very bad man. And he's like, that's your worst? And we're like, yeah.
Well, that mentality works in a more lawless place than one of the 7 largest cities in the entire Dragon Empire.
Because here people are like, I'll just tell the guards. And you're like, God damn it. Like if you're trying to intimidate people to they give them your car and they're like, I'll just call the police. And you're like, well, that's true. That sucks.
So, what do you want to do?
Give him a wide berth, I'd say. Leave this place to rest on it.
Alright.
I have
Let
no
the other two
constructive
guys deal with it
suggestions.
for now.
Alright. You 3 can head back to the Arcane College then. It'll be full definite evening by the time you reach the Arcane College. Was there anything?
Tired.
Was there anything you folks wanted to take care of on the evening of the 26th?
Check our messages and see if there's a message from Everett Lavelle.
There is no outstanding message from Everett Lavelle yet.
Alright.
Alright. Well, that means we have another day tomorrow to mess around with stuff. We could probably plan out what we'd like to do. If Leon is done with his stuff, then we will. Like, if Leon and Tempus, I imagine, we don't want him to go alone. Are both there? That's the point, basically, where we'll go to Little Dragon Hall again and then send them into the other tavern to talk to those people.
As you're laying down for the night, though, and even as you are getting some sleep, and this will be where the session ends, you will be awoken, Dwohurim specifically, because I imagine you do sleep in separate rooms, with a message, an apprentice wizard having sent a message from Lord Teraptus. Lord Teraptus, I'll speak it as him. Dwohurim, Lord Teraptus wanted me to awaken you even at this late hour. He thought this is something that you should know. It seems that, well, obviously, like, you've been having some interest in Thurl Dural, and, like, word has been put through the guards, and wanted you to know that the guards found of Thurl Dural, or more specifically, his head. And there's your session end.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, Jesus.
Problem solved, man.
Is it though? He wanted to give us information and now he's dead.
Yeah.
He did?
And I can't
Didn't
get
he?
that stuff from
No.
him now, I don't think.
Wait, what?
He's what?
What?
Failed her all, right? No.
Thurl Dural
Oh,
is
wait,
the Dwarven
the-
merchant.
I mean,
Sorry,
the damn bunker.
goddamn it.
I got the
Oh,
names
get to.
confused.
Thurl
I got the
Dural
names-
is the Dwarven merchant that you guys spent last session lurking around his supposed bolt hole. You know,
I got
one of
the
his
names
employees
confused,
is
I'm
Tim the
sorry.
manservant. That's
Yeah,
why I'm like
I-
fucking bewildered.
I also get the name confused.
No, we
Well,
need to find out who did it
that's-
so we can
I was thinking of
congratulate
Everett
him.
Lavelle.
How did you do it? Damn. And the guards didn't do a thing?
Well, now we can't get any information from him, so...
Yes,
We can toss his place easier.
Yep, all the questions and insight you might have will have to be carried for next time. That was the cliffhanger. Thurl Dural
You
is
do
dead.
relationship dice?
Yes, you three can do relationship dice. You three can also take an incremental advance. Just you three. Obviously, if you pick a spell or power, you won't be getting it until you get a full heal up, which you're not getting because you guys are still rolling with a full heal up.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, if he
No.
got murdered, that's actually a good thing because it gives us a whole new approach.
I don't know if it's a
Fine.
good thing.
I mean, not necessarily
it's a
good, but
murder.
it's a different thing. We can investigate how it happened. We can maybe find out who did it. We can toss his place. We can.
I mean, if it's the head, it might be delivered on the doorstep and be like a statement. Anyone who might consider helping us in the future. This is what happens.
Well, he didn't even consider helping us.
Maybe he did. Maybe he was scared shitless and was like, "I've got to tell him everything. That's the only way I can get out."
Did
Perhaps.
the apprentice wizard say where the head was found?
You don't
No.
get to know anything until next session. That's the point of the cliffhanger.
Oh boy, 6 with the 3.
Yes, and another
And a
5. Another 5 from you, Sheep. Good.
I'm really well. Actually, I felt one of those. This.
You sure did. You
I
sure
feel
did.
like I satisfactorily played that out.
I think you did. That complication actually came from you failing on your skill check.
I
too.
know. I
Yeah.
never get that.
Well,
See, negative druid and positive archmage. All right. Yeah, that's something to work with.
and now, because I didn't get to ask my questions last session, I wanted to end this session by asking some questions that I'd like to ask. It's been 5 sessions since I've asked, session 16. What has been your favorite part of the past 5 sessions?
Let's see.
This is gonna sound really weird, but Fargus's death.
I knew you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not a good moment, but
Was engaging.
yeah, exactly.
It changed things, and it's not a loose end.
Other than that, I liked our time spent on the island of Creel in the snow, being frustrated how stupid the whole situation was. It's something we happen to meet a lot of face into the wall kind of thing. Where we're like, God damn it, why do we just rush these things? We should think more. We actually sail like 3 days out and we're like, so actually, wait, when did they leave? You know. Wait, that was old information? Dang.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Manaki that my favorite part of the last 5 sessions was kind of not exactly that Vargas died, which is not something to really like. But
Questions and roleplay that came out of it.
yes.
Yeah.
Because not only was it, well, good roleplay, it was also something that had an end, basically.
I don't remember if it's 5 sessions ago, but I'm glad. Enjoyed the fact that we got the Death Speaker with us here. We were able to convince him to join us. That seems like an interesting character who has an interesting opinion about things, and generally is a voice of reason, sort of down to earth logic, which the party sometimes needs a little bit of, which is nice to have that as well in our group.
Yeah, it's nice because sometimes common sense is really difficult. Everything
when you
seems
live in a
so
world
easy.
of magic and
Yeah.
all these things, yeah.
In retrospect, all of our mistakes are just super stupid sometimes, or caused by inattention or other things, and having someone who may occasionally point out mistakes before we do them, that's pretty good.
Let's see.
Spell check, so to speak.
I did like the whole thing with Lord Raptors when they had to break me out of jail. It was kind of fun. Or not break me out, but get me out.
I also very much enjoyed the Everett Lavelle mansion visit. It was much more interesting than I thought it would be, from what I've heard from him. He seemed just like a crazy guy, but there seems to be much more to him than that, which is interesting. I'm curious to see what more there might be in that direction. Perhaps exploring my own uniqueness and perhaps whatever he could be.
Yes,
Even if Dwohurim was very optimistic about the whole prospect.
Yes, I will say that all 5 player characters were going to get something whenever they.
Well, we're probably going to visit him again, so
Yep.
maybe the others will get their chance.
The others may very well get their chance. Yes, perhaps. I know Sheep joked about it a bit in metagame. Maybe you might want to warn the other, or maybe you don't want to warn them and just have them fucking walk into it.
Tempus, you get the feeling that this is a man who wants to own you, have you in a leash, parade you around his house. Like, oh my.
That's like the Foghaven thing. Can I buy him? Regarded.
Oh god.
So that was
I want that.
So Goger, your favorite part of the past 5 sessions was Lord Taraptus breaking you out of jail or freeing you out of jail?
That's probably not my favorite, but it
Scolding
certainly was
Leon
fun.
for it.
My favorite part is probably the funeral scene.
Yeah. Even with your character death, like all of like those other characters like reflecting upon your character.
Yeah. That was it was a nice moment.
I thought it was great too. It showed like like how much your character mattered to everyone, which is not a conversation you get to have until a pivotal moment like, say, character death happens.
Yeah. Can't really do that while he's alive.
Thomas's leaving was
Kinda.
much more quick because it sort of followed in that.
Yeah.
So
We're already grieving for one, and Thomas...
that wasn't really a goodbye so much as a good luck. You
Yeah,
know?
a farewell. So long.
See you later.
Yeah, we might see each other again. Fargus is dead. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Although in time, I'll be able to do like 3 times in my life, maybe.
Yes. You when you gain access to the resurrect spell, you could resurrect Fargus.
So then he would be like level 9 and he would be level 5.
Yeah,
He would be level 5.
you know,
Yes.
welcome back, Fargus Fist Bump.
Fargus
Shit's happened while
That's
you're
his
away.
last
We have,
name. Fargus. Fist-
We've like dealt with the problem in Newport almost. We almost got her.
All right. So, anything else regarding to what you really liked, Goger? Like something you'd say that was great. Like I love that part. I want to have that more. It's
Trying to
fine.
think back.
It's fine if you do or don't. Like session 16, you guys were still in Dragonhall. Like you guys, I don't remember exactly when you killed Calrel. I think it was session 16, but you had, you guys hadn't relocated yet. I don't think you'd taken out the Death Speaker yet.
Yeah. I did also like the Necromancer's reaction to Fargus sending the flame elemental against him.
Yes, Irvine Travels. His reaction was, "You motherfucker! I'm going to kill you."
Yeah, I did like that a lot.
And
But-
when you read the notes that they had for each of the player characters, I hope that established some of their motivation behind like targeting too, like Irvine putting Thomas to sleep straight away, and you have the great idea to fucking punch him with a coup de grace to wake him up. Let's say,
oh yeah, that was a nice moment too.
Yes.
Me slamming Thomas's face in the ground.
All right. So, what has your least favorite moment been over the past 5 sessions? The
Being
thing that where you go, like,
That was harsh, man.
halt!
Oh god. That's gonna live with me for a long time.
What?
I'm gonna think back and like get shivers. Oh god.
Are you fucking kidding me, Grimith? I was fucking arrested for that. I'm like, you didn't leave.
No, I understand completely well.
Fucking
Why?
guards. Yeah.
Uh,
When we grow up and become like level 10, we'll burn cities to the ground for this.
And the best part is that you can look at that and go, I could kill you motherfuckers. I could kill every single one of you motherfuckers arresting me.
I don't have to take this shit. Do you know
yeah, but
who I am?
I am kind of a paladin. I should have played as a barbarian. That would have been...
Like, as every time a person dies in the party, they become more and more cruel and evil and dark until we are the bad guys.
Yeah.
My 3 positive dice with the blue. My new character has decided to be on the winning team. Let's be honest, it's not us.
And that's when you
No, it's an evil
discover.
campaign.
That's when you discover all the evil people are just as inept.
Suddenly, like, the Archmage comes back and fucking wrecks them. Kills the blue. You're like, God
The
damn it.
Archmage completes his ritual that he had been like isolating himself so long to do.
Like, the Iron Seas is driven right into fucking Dragon Hall, filling it with, like, dire sharks and stuff.
All right, so that was Goger's least favorite part, getting arrested.
Yeah, basically being the paladin that got arrested and thrown into jail.
That's the best part too. You're the paladin. You got
Exactly.
arrested.
That's why it was so harsh.
Are you sure it's your least favorite moment? Because it sounds awesome to me. The more descriptive you have.
I mean it was fun, but I hate it.
Like, why am
We're just playing my character and watch where it got me.
I was role playing and I got arrested.
Role playing right into jail.
Yeah, exactly.
I role played my ass into jail. This is terrible.
Oh, fuck.
And it's what my character would do.
I mean, yeah, that's what my character would have done, and yeah, that's where it got him.
All right.
Just makes me fear the future.
Don't do that. That's Goger's least favorite moment. Manaki, sheep?
I think among my least favorite moments one this session when I in a moment of inattention basically closed so many doors by not doing what I said I would do and basically having Aurelia associate with our two girlfriends here.
That confused the shit out of me.
Yeah, but I couldn't really say anything because that would just make it more obvious.
I mean, you should have just said something out of character because that was really just my inattention as a player and stuff, and that just I didn't want to be like, hey, can we retcon this because that's always terrible. So I just
Same
went
goes
with it.
when we sent Tempus to talk to that guy. That was I was not thinking about.
Yeah, that was going to be my second thing. All these stupid mistakes that in retrospect shouldn't have happened and just in my mind have closed so many doors that might have made things so much easier.
Island when they hadn't even left yet.
I will admit that last week, whenever you guys opened off as a group with Tempus approaching and saying you had a meeting, it fucking, it confused the fuck out of me. I'm like, okay, make a skill check.
I can't really pinpoint specific moments that are my least favorite in quotation marks. It's just that it feels like there have been so many moments where just by not being able or by not just thinking things through, we've made things so much harder on us. I mean, we've had this session in particular now where we kind of wanted to get things done, and we probably have, but it rarely really feels like we've done much because we're having so much trouble with mundane things like,
how do we talk to this guy?
How do we talk to this guy, or how do we get this dwarf out of the building that we know he's in? And
basically, we want to talk to both of them.
Right. Regarding the high elf, you guys never actually tried to talk to him at any point. I will say that as a GM.
I know that much. It's not so much that it's not possible for us to do. It's more like it feels like it's impossible. I'm not sure if I can really explain things.
It's like every session you go into, you feel like you're looking up at a hill going, what the fucking shit? And you get up the hill and there's another hill and you go, God damn it, I didn't see that there. All right.
That would imply that the hill is scalable in the first place.
Sheep, more like you woke up and then there's a rock slide pushing you down again.
Sheep, the harbinger of doom and hopelessness.
Sometimes I think if we go to my least favorite thing, I think that would actually be almost tied in, which is sometimes I feel like I have to carry everybody a little bit.
Yes, I was
ideas and
certainly this session you have.
I was going to somehow mention that as well. If I'm being quiet or not suggesting anything, it's not because I'm not paying attention. It's because I don't know. I just the few times where I have had some sort of idea, it was either shot down quickly because of some stupid mistake I didn't consider, or it backfired completely by itself. So
think about what you spent your dice for this past session, Sheep. Maybe heading back to Thrill Dural's and trying to get into his place instead of just letting that one go. You guys talked and considered the possibility of I don't know, using the basilisk thing that Manaki got, or you got the potion and information that you used with your icon relationship dice. You could have still pursued stuff with the dwarf.
Yeah, we could have. It's probably really just a mindset thing that is forcing me to have so much trouble here, which is that.
I admittedly don't want to encourage this defeatist mindset, and you can't say it's a fluke considering how I've been getting this vibe since Foghaven. So perhaps the entire campaign needs to be changed how it's run. Although, admittedly, whenever choices have been, offered for, where you guys could go that I could swing with, you went to Drakenhall, and you're staying in Newport instead of going a place where you wouldn't have to deal with political drama and, these assholes, manipulating shell games behind the scenes.
But we'll feel bad leaving those raptors in this shithole for no help.
But what does he matter? He's a figment of our imaginations. He only exists because we make him exist.
If we begin not caring, then this whole thing falls apart.
I mean, every time I can only speak for myself, of course. I've been presented with choices like that. I always try to go with the one that I thought would be most interesting. And Dragonhold, Foghaven, and Newport have been interesting.
That's the first positive thing I've heard about Foghaven for 20 weeks now.
They have been interesting. The thing is just every kind of time I try to make a plan, the first thought I have is, what if it fails? What do I do then? And that's something I never have an answer for, which makes me reconsider the kind of plan I was hatching before that, and making me scrap everything, because I'm repeating myself here.
I, as a longtime player, and I've done like this refereeing thing more than I've played, would be to say that the PC story is made more entertaining by failure. It's like the heroic story. Like, you get more from failure than success, because you look back and you see the times where everything could have almost fallen apart. Like, the times where your characters have been close to death, or in Fargus's case, actually died. The times where it looked like things were at their darkest, and you pulled it together, and you got shit done, which you have done. Your characters have accomplished things for the past 21 weeks, starting from escorting Dirk through a very dangerous wild wood, to right here. And, you know, like, being concerned about failure, that's understandable. Like, many people have concerns about that, but you try an idea, and if it doesn't work, then you build off of that. Like, no, like, one, like, oops idea that doesn't work isn't gonna shut you guys down. Like, ideas which were not as effective as other ideas have been suggested. Tempus going up to the guards and being like, hey, I'm here for the meeting, can I go in? Because I'm here for the meeting, and it kind of matters that I be here. Was that a good idea? I, as a referee, would say that it was a fun idea. Like, I don't know, like Geráck getting arrested. It led to a funny moment where Goger said himself, like, it was amusing to have Lord Teraptus have to come all the way out there to the guardhouse and get this dwarf paladin out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, like, ideas, you try them, like, they might work, they might not. Sometimes they depend on dice rolls, sometimes they're just relevant to whatever particular situation, and they build a story, and you keep trying ideas. If you don't end up suggesting any ideas at all, you can end up with situations like Manaki depicted, where he feels, and I don't think this is just the first session at all, where he feels as if that he's the one who's constantly spitballing the ideas. That no one tries to take any sort of control or interject into conversations that he's having, and so he's carrying all of the conversational weight, even though I think he created a character who might not want to do all the conversational weight. He's certainly not statted for the conversational weight.
I think sometimes it's also a case of a very strange contrast, because we are kind of working in the super magical world to stop the end of all ages, and we are having trouble talking to a guy. I can't really point out the exact problem I have with that, but it just...
Say, if there's something on my end that you want me to change, or alter, or focus on, let me know. Or, like, if there's something that you want other players, like, you know, this is like a group exercise, we're in group storytelling, we're all important parts in this. Like, feel free to communicate with each other about more than the session. Like, Manaki, I think it's great that when you do this. Goger, I think it's great when you do this. You know, stuff like that. If you feel like I am hindering you in somewhere, if anyone's hindering you, let us know.
That's definitely not what I'm saying, but I have no specific suggestions to make suddenly everything better.
And that is the worst feeling, when it's like, something is wrong, but I can't help you because I don't know any suggestions.
Yeah, here we go again, yeah.
I feel like I've been here with you before.
How about How about we adopt the idea of that we'll cross that bridge when we get there?